Ew.
Part deuces.
Man. Yeah, Swerved isn't as raunchy as Jackass, but it's still got its grab your belly and chuckle moments.
Well, I gotta assume that it can't be anywhere
No.
near as raunchy.
No. I'm looking forward to more episodes, and I hope they keep it going. Because I want to see what other superstars can't take jokes and are total conceited assholes. Like, I absolutely hate Darren Young now. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him.
Fucking Mr. No Days Off. Aren't they the tag team champion? Okay, we'll probably get into that in a minute here.
Yes, they are.
Oh man, this is perfect. I fucking finally got Letterbox open and just looking at a blank screen now. Bam!
Man, you know what doesn't delete? Notepads.
Well, this isn't deleting. It's just blank.
Man.
Yeah. Oh god, man! All of a sudden, everything wants to go wrong, huh? Yeah. Is that what we're dealing with here?
That's what we're dealing with.
All right. Well, I did watch Poltergeist, the remake.
The remake?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Good?
It's all right. It's good. Not as good as the original.
They never are.
Oh, I will say that's not true. It's pretty much runs the same course. Like, I mean, it's just still the same thing with the cemetery and stuff like that, but it kind of does it on its own terms, and I'm fine with that. But I don't like the way that they you've seen the original, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, spoiler alerts, I guess, but they find out, it's been a long time since I've seen it, but like they move into this new house in this new area that's being constructed for a neighborhood. In the original, let me make sure. And they find out it used to be a cemetery. You know, his boss is the one that's like the owner or whatever of the company that's putting together this neighborhood. And he's like, yeah, we moved them. We moved all the bodies, blah, blah, blah. And then at the end of the movie, we find out they didn't move it. They're building the houses on top of the cemetery with the body still there. And it's kind of like a big deal at the end of the movie where they're like, hey, fuck, man, you said that you moved these bodies and you didn't. You didn't move them at all. What the fuck? And Letterboxd isn't working at all. And it was kind of like a big deal. They made it kind of like the twist thing at the end, like, oh shit, this all, that's why this place is haunted, is because all these bodies are still buried here. I think it was an Indian burial ground, and they're pissed off, and whatever. Where this one, they didn't know it from the beginning. The realtor didn't tell them about it. The father's laid off from his job, so it has nothing to do with that. It's a neighborhood that's been there forever. In fact, there's a point where they have a dinner party, and that's where they find out that it used to be a cemetery. And they're like, oh yeah, my brother used to live there back in the 90s. Like, and it's like, okay, so why is none of these other houses haunted? Like, because they make it sound like it was a big deal. Like, they said it was like a lot of, like, I want to say they said 200 acres.
Jesus.
Yeah, so it's like, I'm assuming, it's all the houses that are in that neighborhood or in this area, whatever. It's not just this one house. Even though they look out, there's a point near the beginning when they're first looking at the house and they're look outside and they have a big backyard and they're like, oh, that's the cities or something. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, so, and like in the middle of the movie when the people come to look at the house about the special activity or whatever you want to call it, the one dude is like, I think the bodies are still here, and they never really confirmed that. There's never a concrete moment. Like, I mean, there's a point where there's dead bodies, but it's not. Oh man, how do I want to explain this? Like, they never make it seem like in the original, the dead bodies start coming up out of the floor in the caskets and everything, And that's how they realized, like, holy shit, you didn't even move the bodies out like you said you did. You did it right on top of them. You know, when he's like calling the dude the son of a bitch or whatever. And this happens in this one too, but being that they've already said, like, I think the bodies are still here, kind of like takes away from that. Not to mention, in the remake, they show the little girl in this alternate world or whatever that she's in with the ghost. And there's dead bodies everywhere. There's like a million of them. And that's something else that I didn't really like either, because there's like, they showed it at all. Like with the original movie, if I remember right, they never show it in the original.
A million dead bodies?
Yeah, there's just like dead bodies all over. The walls, the ceiling, everything's just covered in dead bodies.
The fuck?
Yeah, it's really dumb how they did that, I thought. But yeah, it's alright. It's not, yeah, it's just not as good as the original, I guess, is it, really, that's all.
I should just watch the original again if I want to see it.
Yeah, I mean, again, I haven't seen the original in a very long time, so I don't remember everything exactly. But, yeah, but from what I remember, the original was way better. But this one's alright. This is not a bad... There's worse remakes out there. Like, I mean, RoboCop is a horrible fucking remake.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's alright. Yeah, okay, now I have my fucking list in front of me. I watched Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1.
Did you watch the previous two Hunger Games
Yeah,
movies?
yeah, I did.
Okay. I didn't know if you had or not. I was like, man, you were jumping in right towards the end.
Yeah, I seen the first one, I'm like, this is dog shit. And then the second one came out, and I was like, fuck it, I'll watch it. Yeah, this is dog shit. And then I'm like, I'm done. Fuck this shit. They're dumb. And then I see the third one, and I'm like, fuck it. Like,
Gotta finish it.
yeah.
That's
Well,
how I am.
I get to the Mockingjay, and I'm like, this is dog shit. And I'm like, well, I'm on board now, because I have to watch the last one, or what I assume is the last one.
Yeah, the part 2.
Yeah, it seems like the part 2 is going to wrap up this entire thing.
Thank God.
Being that I never read the books, I don't know what the comparison is to splitting this up, but it seems like I have a feeling that when this is all said and done, I'm going to look at both of these two movies and be like, yes, you definitely could have made this one fucking movie and not been greedy.
Yeah.
Because there was some shit in this first one where it's like, this is unneeded. This is dumb.
Yeah, that one kind of drags out.
Oh, yeah.
J1, it just drags. There wasn't as... Like, the first one and the second one, pretty fucking decent.
I mean, like,
Keeping the story going.
well, to me, the first one is by far the worst.
Yeah, I like the second one better than the first one.
I mean, okay,
I mean, you're comparing fucking
Yeah.
a pile of dog shit to a pile of fucking rhino shit.
yeah, exactly. I'm trying to think if I remember if I liked the second one better or not. I remember liking it better than the first one.
I didn't hate either one. Like, I despise, obviously, because I'm continuing to watch them.
Well, I mean, I hate them. And the first one I really hated because I had seen Battle Royale
Yo.
already. And I'm
That
like,
ruins
oh,
it.
not only is this a fucking ripoff, but it's a shitty fucking movie compared to that one. Like, oh, hey, look, all the kids that die in this movie in the first 5 seconds of the Hunger Games starting are all the ones that had zero dialogue the entire first half of that movie.
Yeah. Then you watch Battle Royale, and as soon as it starts, people are being little fucking kids are getting decapitated and shit. It's like, yeah.
But, like, you actually learn about, like, most of the fucking kids there. Like, whether it's flashbacks or just the conversations that are going on, they actually put work, I feel like more work, into all of the kids, or most of the kids, in Battle Royale than they did in Hunger Games at all. I mean, all but, like, 4 of them have, like, no speaking parts in that first fucking movie. And then they die within 5 seconds of it starting. It's like, oh, that makes sense. You didn't want to pay them extra money for having dialogue, so...
Well, the Hunger Games is just a teeny bopper version of Battle Royale.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it's made for fucking 15-year-old girls and 49-year-old women. just like
Yes.
Twilight. Yeah, I
Or
mean,
30-year-old men like me, I guess.
yeah, sure, fine. I'm in my God. I
Hey,
just turned
you're
35.
on board. You got to finish.
But I don't like them. That's
Yep,
the difference.
Still gotta. Can't be a quitter.
Yeah, and just this last one was just so fucking dumb and just so much wasted time. It's like, fuck, this is so much fucking. Oh, let's do a video. Let's do, oh God, hey, Prisoner Snow, Prisoner Snow. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, really? Like, this is how you're fucking sneaking in, is by having a fucking conversation with them over. And how is he having this conversation? Because there's no power until they turn the power on. Like, how are you having this conversation?
We're supposed to worry about that part. We're supposed to worry about the traumatic love interest.
Ugh, so dumb. Just so fucking bad and dumb. I feel bad for Chris Hemsworth.
Right?
He's good looking just like his brother. Come on. Get him a good thing.
Yeah, like the brother of Thor.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna criticize you too much because I've been. After I saw the first two, I'm like, well, I'm fucking on board now. Gotta finish it.
I mean, I get to the end of the movie and I'm like, well, I have to watch the last one because I gotta know how this ends. Like, I'm sure I'm not gonna like it. Maybe I will. For all I know, Mockingjay Part 2 will end up being a good fucking movie.
We're 0 for 3 right now. So
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna say probably not.
The odds of it being good are slim.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, looking at this list, I've watched a lot of movies, so I'm not going to go through all of them. I went through and watched all the Scream movies again. They're all pretty dated as fuck.
Yes.
But I still like Scream 2, surprisingly. I thought I was going to hate all of them now. Back in the day, I liked the first two, but the first one is horrible now. Well, it's not
like
horrible,
Scream
it's
2,
decent,
and all
but
I think is, which one was that?
that's the one in
'Cause they-
college years.
Oh, yeah. 'cause
Scream
they
2,
just all
the
blend
college
together.
years.
Maybe if they would have put that at the end of the title, I would have fucking remembered it.
Well, it started because I seen a tweet where they revealed the mask for the remake, and I just got me thinking about it, and I was like, "Ah, fuck it, I'm gonna watch all of them again." And then I'm like, "Oh yeah, these are horrible."
I don't think I can go back to Scream after seeing Strangers. It's like, Strangers is a little. I like Strangers a little better.
Strangers, that's one with no,
Liv Tyler.
Liv Tyler, yeah.
Yeah.
God, yeah, wow, okay.
That's how you do creepy dude breaks into your house.
Yeah, that was a
Wanna
pretty
play
good
a
movie.
Game? Or no, that's Saw.
Yeah.
Wait, is that Scream?
No, no, Scream is. Have you watched any horror movies?
Oh yeah. Yeah. What's your favorite movie? Scary movie?
Yeah. Oh God, all of that is really bad.
I'd answer. Probably the third Scream. That's my favorite scary movie.
This movie that we're in.
Oh Christ!
In some ways, I do feel like they bounced back, because 3 is the worst. But with 4, they did bounce back, but at the end of the day, it was still really stupid and bad. Another movie I watched that I want to point out real quick is called A Pound of Flesh. This is a Van Damme vehicle.
What?
Yeah, he wakes up missing a kidney.
Oh.
And he finds out that this woman that he was helping, because like he walks around the corner and this woman's getting attacked by this dude, and he goes over there and beats the shit out of the dude, and then so she goes home with him and they bang it out, and then he passes out, and then he wakes up in a tub full of ice and he's missing his kidney, and he goes on a hunt for the kidney. And I don't really want to say any more than that because even though halfway through the movie you find out what's going on.
They already get our fucking pensions. Now they're taking our kidneys. Fuck. Jesus.
I mean, because like you would think like, oh, but why is he going after his kidney? Like he already has one still, so big deal. Go to the hospital.
Oh
But
bullshit.
There is an actual reason that's a decent reason for him going after it. But it's
Has
just
the nuclear launch codes.
yeah, his kidney has a nuclear launch codes.
Shit.
But it's really cheesy, like, and it's low budget, like green screens in stupid areas that doesn't seem like you would have it, like a bar scene. There's a green screen. It's like, why is this here? Like,
expensive renting a bar for a day.
Like all the vehicle scenes are like clearly green screen, like old school television show. It's and the acting in it is piss poor for the most part. I mean, Van Damme, he's decent. Like he's come around to show some acting chops with like JCVD. But this isn't gonna win him any awards either. So, but I mean, really, it's
green screen bars.
there's like his brother's in it, and his brother keeps talking about God, and there's a part where they're like, "Oh, we need information of who would get this kidney," and then his brother wants to go talk to this guy who was gonna go to prison for like hacking or something, and he's like, "I made you a promise that if I took Jesus into my heart and stopped doing bad, you know, that you would tell the courts or whatever to let me go," or something along those lines. And he's like, "Yes, I know that." And he's like, "So, but getting this list for you, that's gonna go against my promise that I made to you." And he's like, "I'm a saved man now." And it's just like, oh God, like you,
Okay.
it's a little heavy-handed with the
the
God
more
stuff.
you explain this movie, the more I don't like it. Like when you say, "Dude woke up, kidney was stolen," motherfucker's on a rampage to get his kidney back.
Yeah, I mean that stuff good, and you know the action good, and the concept behind the plot to the movie is good, but it's all the green screen and shitty acting and God stuff that happens throughout this movie that is really what brings it down.
It's a poor man's John Wick. Instead of killing his puppy, they take his kidney.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. So like I don't know, like definitely, if you see it on like Netflix or something, watch it. But I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it at all. And the other movie that I finally watched, I before was gonna watch it, and I watched like 10 minutes of it and stopped, and then it kind of like just left my radar. Is Goon, and it was pretty fucking good.
With Sean William Scott?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
That I enjoyed it. The girl in the movie, Anoisa Shedemik, she's from The Newsroom, and I fucking hate her in The Newsroom. And I think she's ugly as shit.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, outside of her, it was a really good movie, I thought.
Yeah, I didn't expect much when I watched it, but it wasn't too bad. Poor Sean William Scott. Your Stifler's fucking... You're Stifler. And then you go to, like, Balls Out, Gary the Tennis Coach, to other bad movies.
Wait, what?
He's been in some bad fucking movies.
Sure, but for the most part, I mean, he's a really good actor.
He's a fantastic actor, but that's the thing. He keeps getting put in not, like, great movies.
I would say Goon is a really good movie.
Yeah, it's good, but it's not
really good. I mean, he plays as an idiot.
Yeah,
but I mean,
that's his new role.
But he doesn't play an idiot like, "Dude, where's my car?" idiot. He's just like, you know, like there's the point where he's having the conversation with his parents, where he's like, when they're like, "Really, this is what you do? You just go out on the ice and beat people up like a fucking moron?" And he's like, "Hey, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm stupid. Like, this is something I'm good at. It makes me a lot of money. It makes me really popular and famous. Like, be proud of me for doing something, because there's no way I was going to be a doctor." You know,
he got away from being Sean William Scott idiot to being, I'm playing as a character that's an idiot.
Sure, but I mean,
like, now I'm a hockey player. Now I'm a tennis coach. Next week I'll be a wizard.
All right, I don't know about the tennis coach thing.
Oh, you haven't seen the Balls Out fucking movie that he was in?
No, I guess not. But
he was in Role Models. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, Role Models is hilarious. But he's basically playing Stifler in that too, I guess, for the most part. And in Final Destination, he was in that movie too, and he was an idiot in that movie. But I mean, Goon is different. Like, he's not playing the idiot, like I said, you know, like, "Dude, where's my car?" And he's not playing like just dumb, you know, Final Destination. He's just kind of like, he is an idiot in Goon, you know. But I mean, I don't know. It's not annoying or anything like that.
Better movies lately, considering they're making a sequel to it.
Are they really?
Yeah, Goon Last of the Enforcers.
Oh shit! Now it sucks.
Yep.
Now I hate it.
They're like, we found something he's good at.
I mean, another good movie that I watched recently that's actually one that might be on my top 10 for this year is called Just Before I Go. But I watched that a while ago now. But he's really good in that movie. That movie's funny too. And that movie's about he's going to kill himself. And before he does, he wants to go take care of some stuff from when he was in high school, like tell his old teacher that she's a bitch and go beat up his old bully. And
Oh, that was that movie directed by Courtney Cox.
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I've heard mixed reviews.
I thought it was good. There's some things in the movie that are dumb. Like his nephew is gay, and they really push on that about his nephew is hanging out with the guys that keep beating up this other dude for being gay. And it's like,
okay.
this doesn't happen. All right, stop forcing this on us. Stop making us want. Like, we get it. You think it's your thought is it's okay to be gay, and you want to make it look like the rest of the world doesn't. This isn't 1994. Like, kids are not going to get their ass kicked at school for being gay.
Yeah.
And then the nephew who hangs out with the dudes that beat up these gays is the gay boyfriend of the guy they beat up. And the whole thing with the nephew is, I'm confused. Like, I'm gay, but I don't want to be gay. So he helps beat him up, you know, and it's really stupid.
Shit.
Stuff like that. That side plot is really fucking dumb and really fucking force-fed to you. Like, just shoved down your
to
throat.
school in the very early 2000s in high school, and there was gay people, and nobody was like, ooh, look at the gay dude, let's go punch him and shove him in a locker. Everybody's like, yeah, that dude's gay, whatever.
Right. Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
we're past that.
yeah, it's really dumb, really fucking heavy-handed. But like his brother in the movie is he's dumb, but like in this fucking ignorant way. Like fuck, I'm trying to come up with a point where it won't spoil anything, but okay. So Sean William Scott, like, one of the reasons why he decided to kill himself is because his girlfriend left him.
Oh.
And so he goes back to his hometown, you know, to do, you know, take care of things like beat up as a bully and stuff like that, and tell his old teacher off. Basically, that's like it for his list. But he goes to stay with his brother, and like I think his ex-girlfriend's name is Penny. And so they're sitting there at the dinner table, and he's like, "Hey, your uncle so and so is going to be staying with us for a while. That's because his girlfriend Penny broke up with him because she's a cunt or something like that. I think he says cunt." And he's like, "From now on, no one is to say the word Penny in this house. From now on, you say cunt." So like, there's a point where this little kid says instead of saying he found a penny or something like that, he says, "I found a cunt." And his brother's like, "Maybe I should have thought that out more," or something like that. This is fucking hilarious.
Oh, Jesus. I
Uh,
actually might watch this one.
that is a good movie. I really liked it. Other than the fucking, I mean, fine, you want to, okay, we get it.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't give a shit about gay people either. Whatever. Tell your story to God, right? But, like, just to fucking force it onto people and be like, "Look at this, they're beating them up for being gay." It's like,
I don't think anybody cares what side of the meat you dabble in these days.
yeah. It's like,
Dabble
that's,
in that roast beef or the sausage, nobody cares.
I don't know what that means, but alright.
Exactly, see? Does it... You don't even care, you're just like, yeah, whatever. Gay people love dabbling meats.
Yeah, they love the meats.
Jeez.
But yeah, that's basically it for me.
Jesus, man, we watched a lot of fucking shit.
Yeah, I mean, and I got more here that I could fucking talk about, but I'm not going to. Right now, I'm in the middle of watching the new Mad Max movie. I had to stop it to do this.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
And I got some catching up to do as well, because not only do I have to finish Game of Thrones, I have to finish True Detective Season 1, so I can start watching Season 2.
Oh yeah, that just started too. Yeah, I watched that. I watched the first episode of Baller and The Brink. I'm not gonna get into any of that stuff. True Detective, first episode of the second season. Yeah, it's a little dull. I mean, it seems that by the end of it, it seems like, all right, you're setting shit up for the season. Got it. Go. So I'm hoping from here on out, it'll be a lot more interesting. But watching 4 different detectives sit around and be fucking whiny bitches. There's one thing that happens in the first episode of that really was awesome to me, and Colin Farrell, his son is getting bullied at school, and so he goes to the kid's house, and he beats the shit out of his dad right in fucking front of him, with a fucking brass knuckle on. Yeah, it was awesome. It's like, yeah, this is great. This is how you handle a bully.
Beating up his dad.
Yeah, right in fucking front of his kid. And then he grabs the kid and he's like, "You're only fucking 12 years old," or something like that. Like, get the fuck out of here. And I'm like, "Yep, there you go."
I think this season's gonna miss Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson.
I mean, I'm not surprised at that. I mean,
these dudes are two badasses.
I mean, you haven't seen the whole season, so like, I mean, like this one doesn't seem to be going back and forth at all like the first season. In fact, it doesn't seem to be happening the same way. Like the first season was, tell us about this case that you were a part of, and thus we get that backstory, and then we get to see them now and then. Where this show did one flashback, and that was it.
Huh.
So it seems like they're doing it completely different, maybe? I don't know.
Odd.
Yeah, as much as I was like not pleased with it not kind of being the same atmosphere of tell us about this story, it still intrigued me that it was different. And being, like I said, by the end of the first episode, they make it seem like they're everything's now set up to know the characters to go from there on out with the rest of the story. I'm even more anxious to see more what they do.
Better be good.
Yeah, it better be. Fuck yeah. But yeah, you need to put down that fucking Orange is the New Black. And fucking.
Oh, I'm done. I've finished it this season. Let's just say the ending of this season was so fucking bad. I immediately loaded Netflix up and went to, like, you know how you can cycle through episodes?
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, was that the final episode of the season? I'm like, the fuck? That's really? Because there was a bunch of like interviews and stuff after the season, so it immediately started playing another show after that episode. I'm like, well, what the fuck? It skipped episode. Nope, that was the end. That was fucking horrible. There was no climax whatsoever. It just ended.
Yeah.
Not one of the best seasons, man.
Sounds like Game of Thrones season 5
Oh no.
season. A lot of the problems people had with it though is looking at the books. It's like, oh fuck you.
People didn't have to be raped. It's like, you know how much rape I just watched on fucking Orange is the New Black? A lot. Lots of rape.
Oh man.
Christmas stocking overflowing with rape.
I used to listen to a podcast that talked about it, and they ended up blocking me on Twitter because I got tired of their bullshit. Because they'd be like, we don't need to be reminded these people are bad. And it's like, you can say that about anyone. Like, all right, have Tyrion no longer talk because we don't need to be reminded that he's smart and he talks a lot. Like, what? Yeah. It's like, it's not about reminding you that they're a bad person. It's like, bad people do bad fucking things.
I will say you were right. He did a good job at his job. As the king's hand.
That's right. He was fucking awesome at it.
I like that little guy.
Like, he was brilliant at the point where he told each of these 3 people a different thing to find out which one was gonna be...
Fuck yeah.
the fucking narc to his sister. Like, that was brilliant.
And then he ended up fucking... The king was a pussy. And hid because of the battle, and... Little dwarf man's like, I got this. Let's storm the beaches. And then he got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like, well, that was pretty epic for a little bit, little guy. Good
Yeah.
attempt. I like that little dude. He'll probably end up doing something shady down the road that I'll hate, but kind of
We'll
like
see.
him. Pretty gnarly dude. Speaking of gnarly dudes, you watching wrestling?
I haven't.
No.
I had 90% of fucking the Money in the Bank PPV spoiled for me on Twitter, so I was like, fuck it. I'm not gonna watch it this
they've
time.
pretty much destroyed Brock Lesnar in a week.
Oh yeah?
Yup. He fucking came out and at the beginning of Raw and did his little Paul Heyman did his little Seth Rollins is gonna get murdered. Which everybody's like, yup, he's gonna get murdered. And then at the very end, Seth Rollins comes out to apologize to the Authority. Brock Lesnar comes out and it's like, yep, he's about to see a murder. Just like Michael Cole. And everybody stands their ground, and then Kane and J&J just leave the ring and leave Seth Rollins in there. I was like, yeah, here it comes. And I'm building this up because you're going to be like, that's it? And then Seth Rollins actually showed that he had some balls and ran towards Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar started suplexing him all over the fucking ring like a rag doll. And I was laughing, and then Kane got involved. Chokeslam Brock Lesnar. And I'm like, okay, please tell me Lesnar's not going to go down from a chokeslam, because that's going to be dumb. Then Lesnar gets up, starts whipping his ass. Then he whips J&J's ass, goes back in after Rollins, whips his ass. I'm like, yeah. And then the Authority teams up and stomps Brock Lesnar, leaving him lying in the ring.
Ugh.
Like, you guys just single-handedly destroyed Brock Lesnar's image right there. Kane chokeslammed him like 3 fucking times, and Brock Lesnar was holding his belly on the ground, going, oh!
Like,
He
alright.
got pedigreed, and Brock Lesnar's like, oh, I can't get up even though Cena AA's me, and I shoot right back up and beat the shit out of him.
Okay. Outside of the fact that this makes Seth Rollins a pussy still,
Yep.
is anyone tired of seeing the same shit yet? Like, they are doing the same thing over and over again. Authority comes in, gets in fears, blah, blah, blah. Tired of it.
Well, they were leading up to what I thought was, because Triple H had a nice little talk with Seth Rollins in the back, saying, hey, you know, if you want to be champion, sometimes you have to have a plan B. And I'm thinking, oh, maybe his plan B is going to be when he fights Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose come in and they do the triple powerbomb bullshit to him. Maybe that's plan B. And then, no, plan B was just Kane and J&J made up with them, and they beat Brock Lesnar up and left him in the ring. And I thought, all that build up for Brock Lesnar since 2 WrestleManias ago, and you just ruined it in one fucking Monday. All they had to do was, which I thought they were going to do, Lesnar was just throwing all those motherfuckers around the ring. It's like, yeah. Then he gets caught with the chokeslam, and all of a sudden Kane's chokeslam is super motherfucking powerful. And yeah, I was pissed.
Yeah.
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 You just killed your main event guy.
I'm not feeling it, man. Like, I'm losing all interest in wrestling.
You're not the only one. Brock Lesnar was the only interesting thing that finally came back that I was excited about. Like, yeah, we get to see people get murdered again. And then they just turned him into a big pussy.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? Seriously, like,
Wouldn't
you
want
did this new contract for with him, like, how long ago? Like, just before WrestleMania in March or April? And then he shows up at one Monday Night Raw where you fire him, and he hasn't been back there since, like, all summer, like, the last few months?
Yup.
Why? Why?
Just to have him get beat down.
I mean,
Like, This whole gimmick that he just destroys everybody.
God damn, the money that they gave him. Like, I don't know how much they gave him, but they probably could have fucking paid off, like, 5 or 6 other wrestlers to fucking be in WWE.
Yeah. Oh, the fucking booing when Kane chokeslammed him and Brock Lesnar tried to sell it by staying on the ground going, oh. Oh, dude, it was fucking bootacular. All the fans shit on that. Like, really? This is supposed to be the Beast, the guy that just suplexed a cameraman and fucking killed Michael Cole.
Yeah.
And his fucking crazy and decimated John Cena at SummerSlam in like fucking 20 seconds. And now he's getting beat up by Seth Rollins and Kane. Okay. Guess that's what we're going with.
God, Kane. Such a fucking joke.
The only way they can fix this is next Monday is Brock Lesnar just do what Randy Orton did the one day. Just every time a match starts, just have Brock Lesnar come down and murder whoever's in the ring. The entire show.
You know, that's... Yeah, okay.
He just snaps and just starts killing everybody. Because you got to build them back up big time now. Because when you just got beat up by Seth Rollins and Kane, you don't really look like a beast anymore.
Yeah.
Granted, Kane's not a tiny dude, but still.
Right.
He's like almost 60.
Yeah.
And he looks like Drew Carey.
God, he's such a fucking joke now. Him and Big Show, man. They might as well just make them into fucking clowns.
Yeah. I said, Big Show, keep him on a contract and just have him make appearances to shake people's hands so they can go, these guys are big.
Yeah.
Problem solved. Get him out of the fucking ring. Kevin Owens shit's still going pretty good. I'm digging that shit.
Yeah. So, I mean, he lost to John Cena,
But he buried his fucking skull into the side of the ring.
Yeah.
And of course, on Raw, Cena came out and did his little speech, and Kevin Owens comes out and he's like, yeah, fuck you, Cena. You're just a marketing machine.
Did
Yeah.
he really say that?
Not in those terms. It was more, the only reason you're good and win all the time is because you're allowed to, so you can sell merchandise.
Yeah, see, that's what we need.
Kevin Owens is like, yeah, at Battleground, you know what? You like that U.S. title so much, I'm going to take it from you.
Yeah. See, now I'm on board.
And Owens is like, I didn't care about that title, but now that, you know, I see how much it means to you, I'm taking that just like I took everything else.
It's like if I eat like the last of something and someone's like and I'm like biting into it and someone's like, hey, I wanted that last pizza roll, I'm like, it tastes that much better knowing that.
Yup. Yeah, they're doing both of those guys are cutting killer fucking promos, and I'm actually digging John Cena and Kevin Owens. Like, I don't mind if they're fighting for the third time. I don't give a fuck, because both times has been pretty fucking good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the first match when he won, I was like, fuck yes, awesome. And then he didn't win the title, I'm like, well, there you go. And then the second match he lost, and I'm like, well, yeah, okay, this is where it ends. But, I don't know. They need to let Kevin Owens beat him for that United States title. I don't think they're going to let him, though. But...
I think that's possibly gonna happen because Kevin Owens is rumored to be... They're doing a live NXT thing from Japan. And rumor is he's going to be dropping the title to Finn Balor. So he can go full-time on the main roster. So I think that's the week before Battleground. So they might be putting the title on Kevin Owens.
I mean...
Which I'm okay with. Kevin Owens just goes out there. I think he should be the WWE champion. Just take everything.
They need to not have him lose the NXT title, though. Just fucking drop it and have it, you know, them do whatever for it.
That would be... I mean, why not have him win the U.S. title and then take the NXT title and go, this is garbage now, and just throw it?
Yeah, fine. Fuck it.
It's like, I'm better than this now.
I mean, that'll be hard to play off, being that he's already been like, this title's better than that one. But...
now that he's...
yeah, I mean, you could still to
He's
a
talking
point,
about-
pull it off by being like, yeah, this is the big leagues now. I don't need this fucking kids title.
And the fact that the whole thing around it is John Cena likes that title so much he just wants to take it from him.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the main thing that makes it good. That he wants, now that he wants that title. Like,
That's
that's
set up rivalries.
Yeah.
It's like, why do these two fight? Because he has the title and he likes it, and I want to fucking ruin his life.
Yeah, I mean they've done what it seems like a really good job with this rivalry, even though it seems like John Cena is still going to the ring and doing 10 minutes of why he's so awesome.
And he does, and then Kevin Owens comes out and does like 3 minutes of, dude, just shut your fucking mouth. It doesn't matter. John Cena, I beat you and I shook your hand to be a better man. He's like, yeah, I didn't get where I am by shaking hands. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I think Kevin Owens is exactly what they need for a heel. Like, he seems to fucking get it old school. Like, he just keeps it fucking simple, it seems like. I mean, I haven't really seen much of his talking, but just going back from what you say.
Do it much.
Yeah, well,
He just says like 5 or 6 things and he's like, good enough.
yeah, that's how it should be. That's how promos in the middle of fucking Raw should be. Is just a quick couple of minutes thing and that's it. None of these fucking 10, 15 minute fucking lectures that people like John Cena and the Authority and whoever else fucking pull out of their ass. Like, that's dumb and boring. This sounds like a fun rivalry. As much as I don't like John Cena, him coming out of the ring, starting to do his fucking bullshit and having Kevin Owens come out and interrupt him and be like, shut the fuck up, no one gives a shit, you're a piece of shit, that makes it better. It's like, yeah. And then, have John Cena be done. That's it.
Man.
It's like, that's
Yeah,
how
it's-
promo should be. Short and sweet and get you amped up for the fucking match. I'm excited for this next match. Even though
Yeah, me
I
too.
think he's going to... I don't see John Cena losing. I just don't see it. But, I mean, I hope he does.
That
And
would be great.
And
It'd be
sure,
different.
like, if, I mean, because they could still have John Cena win and have Kevin Owens drop the title and then him go to the main roster. I mean, that's
But
still...
isn't this something the WWE hasn't been able to do in a while? Lead us into a match where we're going, I really don't know who guys will fucking win this one. Instead of,
yeah.
well, we know this is going to happen and this is going to happen. I mean, the biggest surprise we've got lately was just Sheamus winning Money in the Bank, but everybody's like, it's Sheamus, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, that's nice. And he's back to the mid-card where he belongs.
Oh, man.
But when I watch because I don't watch the full 3-hour live shit, just because 3 hours of that bullshit's way too much for me. I watch the edited down version. It's like an hour and a half on Hulu Plus.
Yeah.
And at the beginning of every episode you watch, they have just like superstars say, "Oh, I'm so and so, and you're watching the 90-minute version of Raw on Hulu Plus." Well, they added Kevin Owens to it, and I fucking hate those things because they're so cheesy. And
Yeah.
all Kevin Owens does is he stays there with the title. He's like, "You're watching Raw on Hulu Plus," and then just goes, "Yeah, that's what I'm about," and like winks and at the camera, and then it's done. I'm like, dude, he's so good. He's got it. He figured it out. Just very short with words, and it's working. Because I was pissed off when Cena's like, "Yeah, you could challenge me for the U.S. title," and I could say no, and he's like, "You want the title shot," and I could just say no, and he's like, "But you're not, John Cena. You're not. That's not who you are." He's like, "Everybody knows what your answer is going to be. Yes, you want to defend your title against me, so I'll save you the long speech." And he's like, "Why do you want the title so much?" He's like, "Because I see how much you like it."
Right.
I'm like, yeah. And then Cena's like, "The champ is here," and Owens rolls his eyes and just walks out of the ring.
Yeah,
This is great.
I like Kevin Owens. He seems old school.
Kind of gives me the Vader vibe when it comes to like his in-ring shit.
Vader?
Like he's a heavy dude, but the motherfucker can pull off moonsaults and all sorts of shit.
Yeah, alright, yeah.
Yeah, keep the Kevin Owens thing going. forever.
Man, yeah, when I seen Vader at the Hall of Fame, I was like, man, you're old. And you're wearing that mask still. Like, maybe it's a luchador thing, you know, like so many of those people that never take their mask off.
That's all he's got to hang on to. It's that mask.
Vader was awesome.
Fuck yeah. I used to like those old school matches with Vader and Mick Foley.
I like the old school matches with Vader where he had that giant fucking, like, goat head.
Giant goat head.
Yeah, he had this, like, giant, like, robotic, or I think it was more of a ram. But it was, like, this kind of, like, weird, robotic... It's been a while since I've seen it, so I don't remember exactly what it looks like. But it was, like, just this weird, kind of robotic-looking thing. That was kind of like a goat head or a ram head or something like that. He would come to the ring with it and then take it off when he wrestled. He would still have that black and red mask underneath it, but... Yeah.
Yeah, and then they got their Tough Enough cast set. There's a special thing on, what's it called? WWE Network, where they had the 2-day tryouts.
Yeah.
Weed people out. It was pretty good. Some dude with one leg showed up, and dude could roll in the ring, but he just had to quit because he's like, my body can't take it.
Oh, man. That's
I was like, that sucks, man.
That would have been a great gimmick.
Fuck yeah. And then Dean Ambrose could steal the dude's leg because he steals everything.
Yeah. And then bury him.
Jesus. The cast wasn't too bad. Some Gator wrestler guy on there that got lucky because some dude didn't pass his final physical. But I'm kind of intrigued. I don't like Chris Jericho as the host. Stone Cold's a lot better. Because Stone Cold was loud and he actually fucking made people look like assholes. Chris Jericho was in the ring just like, I don't know if I like you. I'm like, why are you whispering? It's just like, if it were up to me, I'd pick you, but it's not up to me. I'm like, fuck, Jericho? Jesus Christ.
God, Jericho, like, I love Chris Jericho. But Chris Jericho's only good when he was cocky, obnoxious, loud Jericho.
Yeah, when he was the heel Chris Jericho.
But, like, I mean, even there's, like, a point where I remember him on his podcast talking about how he was going with this kind of demented, kind of, like, from No Country for Old Men type character, and, like, I don't know. I never seen it, but like, I mean, I've seen the movie, but I've never seen him act like that. But yeah, like it's just like you're dumb. This is dumb. This doesn't sound good. Like, whatever.
When he shows up on wrestling now, well, he's not doing TV now, but when like during the Tough Enough, he doesn't seem like Chris Jericho, old school wrestler that had a badass first time ever entrance. He seemed like Chris Jericho, rock god.
Yeah, he seems to fucking have his head way up his own ass when it comes to that stuff. Like, that's why I stopped listening to his podcast, because I got tired of him clanking on a cowbell and singing everything.
Yeah, I fast forward to the interview parts.
It's like, oh.
He's got one with Kevin Owens. It's recent.
I mean, I could go back and listen to it now, but like at the time, I was at work when I would listen to podcasts, and I couldn't fast forward through anything. So it was like, I got tired of listening to him. Yeah, in today's show. Like, oh, shut the fuck up, man. You're okay. We get it. You're singing a fucking Fozzy. Understood.
Yeah. I'm gonna interview Axl Rose. It's like, I don't give a fuck about Axl Rose. Like,
well,
how about you? I'm on a wrestling podcast. I want to interview wrestlers.
I wouldn't mind listening to an interview fucking Axl Rose. I'd love to hear what Axl Rose has to say.
Yeah, there's probably some good shit in there. You'll find a few gems of quotes. Yeah, wrestling's pretty much same old, same old. You should start catching Raw every now and then. See if you can't. You don't have Hulu Plus, do you?
No.
I was gonna say that 90 minute version is a shit ton better because I don't get the Fandango matches or the Axel Rose, Adam Rose matches.
See,
I
but
don't get
that
Divas
sucks.
matches.
That sounds like they're fucking really, because those are the things they need to focus on. Like, stop constantly showing Seth Rollins and Kane versus Dolph Ziggler and other person that's always on. Start showing other matches that are like not as important, but I
Building
mean,
stories around those matches, and that's why they're pointless to me.
but they could be if they give these people a fucking time of day.
Yeah, that's why I watch, because I know what they're focusing on leading into the pay-per-views, and that's what that 90-minute version's all about. It's all about anybody that's going to be on the pay-per-view, they're on there.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I mean, it sounds. I mean, because I haven't seen it, but it sounds like it's just
It's an,
same old shit. You
Yeah.
know, it's the same shit that we're constantly already seeing, minus all
Yeah.
the random stuff that we might see.
basically, if you want to keep up with the story and not fucking have to bitch about watching 3 hours of that nonsense, that's why I watch it on Hulu. It's like, at least I know what the stories are going into pay-per-view.
Right.
And I don't know what... The Roman Reigns stuff's getting weird. They're actually doing a good job with it.
I seen something on Twitter where
He
There's-
went to a room.
well,
You see that?
I seen I seen a picture over Father's Day of him drinking tea with his daughter, and then I seen I think I don't know the last couple of days,
Bray Wyatt holding the picture.
yeah, no, it was like he had like a teacup or something in his hand, and he said, "Find me."
What happened was he was back there cutting his "You don't even know the world, man" promos, and I'm getting so sick of that same shit. But he told him to come and get him backstage, and Roman Reigns goes back there, and it was just him singing "I'm a little teapot" on a tape player or a CD player, and
Alright.
then the entire room was covered in pictures of Roman Reigns from like magazines and shit with his eyes and mouth cut out. I'm like, this is getting fucking creepy.
There we go. Yeah,
I'm like, this is really getting insane.
they have to amp up Bray Wyatt because like I see it on Twitter all the time where people are like, "I'm so fucking sick of Bray Wyatt." And it's like, why? They're not even doing anything with him. Like don't be sick of him. Be sick of them fucking doing him wrong.
I'm just sick of I'm the new Undertaker and I'm gonna bring you down, and then he loses, and then it's all right. Now I'm gonna bring you down. I didn't bring the last guy down, but this next guy. It's like, come on, Bray.
Yeah, they need to do something with him to make his persona stick.
They need
in
to have
some
him
way.
be like fucking badass. I don't know how else to put it.
I mean, like, oh shit, god damn it. Like, I never really found. I mean, I don't like the Undertaker, but one of the only rivalries that he had that I was at all interested in was with the Ultimate Warrior, and well, mainly because I was an Ultimate Warrior fan, but
Yeah.
also they took it to this level of the Undertaker making the Ultimate Warrior fear death, and then having the story from there be the Ultimate Warrior trying to overcome that fear to be able to take on the Undertaker. And it's something, it was kind of like a different aspect of it. If they did something with Bray Wyatt that way, not so much fear per se, but it sounds like maybe they are doing this with Roman Reigns, kind of showing it through his eyes, and not the
Silence of the Lambsy, which is like fucking weird. Like, I'm looking at Bray Wyatt now as a child rapist.
Wait, what?
He holds up a picture of Roman Reigns drinking tea with his little girl and starts talking about the little girl. Then he's having an imaginary conversation with the little girl while he's telling Roman Reigns to come back and get him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking Bray Wyatt wants to abduct children. I guess that's a new gimmick they can go with. He'll just grab a random kid out of the audience and run. And John Cena shows up and saves the day. Just don't grab the kid with cancer.
I'll grab the kid with cancer. Oh, well, the kid with cancer probably will die sooner, so yeah.
John Cena gets real mad when you fuck the kids with cancer.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that Kevin Owens fucked up on during a fucking promo.
That sounds like an awesome thing that he did.
Well, on the podcast, he was talking about how he likes to go out there with Cena and just kind of ad-lib. Like, what can you throw at me? I'll try to catch you off guard type shit.
Yeah.
And they did one promo where he was talking about him being just corporate and he only does it for the paychecks and all that shit. And he's like, I do it for kids like that one right there, and points to a kid with cancer. I fight for him, and Owens is just like sitting there speechless, like, oh fuck, dude, I really can't. It's like, dude, you kind of left me hanging right here.
Dude, he should have fucking been like, fuck that kid.
He should have.
He should have powerbombed that kid.
He probably should have, but I'm sure Vince McMahon probably would have had a heart attack. And I'm sure the board would have had a heart attack. USA would have had a heart attack.
Oh, man. That's awesome.
Like, dude, if this was indie wrestling, I probably would have powerbombed that kid. Yeah, good old wrestling. That pay-per-view's at least a while away, so.
Which one? Battleground?
Battleground, yeah.
Isn't that their next one?
Yeah, I think it's like 3 weeks away now.
Oh, alright.
It's not like a back-to-back bullshit like they did before.
I thought, I mean, because I just seen some promos about it recently, so I thought it was coming up pretty quick.
Yeah, I know it might be 2 weeks away now. I think 2 or 3. Either way. It's not like, hey, we're going to announce these matches right after the matches.
Yeah.
Ain't much to say. So Pat Patterson loves wieners.
Pat Patterson loves those wieners.
But, like we discussed, we're okay with it. Pat Patterson loves wieners.
Yeah, he
Nobody
can do
cares.
that. Don't worry, Courtney Cox. You don't need to make a movie about it.
Yeah, everybody beats up Pat Patterson because he likes wieners. Then Gerald Briscoe runs out and has to save him.
What the? Oh man.
It's like, don't you beat up the first Intercontinental Champion. So, I'm Gerald Briscoe. I have a body shop where I fix cars with my brother. We're called the Briscoe Brothers.
Briscoe, I like that.
And then Pat Patterson's like, yeah, I got a muffler pipe I can suck on. And then Briscoe's like, whoa, Pat Patterson.
I
went too far.
I now want to. Not only do I want to remake the movie Shane, but I want to do it with the Briscoe brothers.
God.
I want that to be the name of the bad guys, the Briscoe brothers.
I'm gonna remake a male version of The Craft with Bray Wyatt, Briscoe Brothers, and Pat Patterson.
Ugh, I heard they were making a remake to that.
Are you serious?
That's what I heard. I heard it only once on Twitter somewhere. I read it.
God, let's hope that's the only time you ever hear about that.
Well, when I seen it, I'm like, why? Like that whole goth thing. Like, yeah, sure, goth's still a thing, but like in the '90s, it was a thing.
Yeah, now it's like a... I don't know.
Now the only people interested at all in... No one even wants to make fun of goth people anymore. This is so fucking dumb.
Yeah, it's like, I listened to AFK and cut myself. Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Have you heard of The Killers? They're so emo.
I like a couple of their songs.
Yeah, they're not too bad.
Alright, well, I'm going to cut this.
Yep, that's gonna do it.
We got a Pat Patterson talking, and that always means the end of the show.
Yeah, once we hit the Pat Patterson meat dabbling, we're done.
Meat dabbling.
we can't talk about dabbling in the meat because it'll go spoiled if we keep going.
Yeah, Pat Patterson's butthole.
Whoa.